Hey friends, V here and welcome to Forever Petals by V's YouTube channel. If you're watching this video, you may have recently purchased my exclusive Valentine's Day Papel Picado frame. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the process of uploading to Cricut Design Space and then assembling the Papel Picado frame. So stick around if you want to learn more. Alrighty, so the first thing you're going to want to do is access the Cricut Design Space app or the Cricut Design Space website. I'm accessing the app using my iPad Pro. You're going to start off with a blank canvas, and I'm going to select the upload feature to add my Papel Picado SVG file for the Valentine's Day project. Once I've selected the SVG, it's going to appear automatically as a cut file. I just simply need to give it a name and save it. It will then appear in your canvas. There are 3 images within this project. You have the love and the you, which are single layer files or images, sorry. And then you have the layered heart frame in the Papel Picado. Now there are a total of 6 layers in the layered Papel Picado frame. There's a solid black, a solid pink, and there are 4 cut files that are going to be layered on top. Now the black bottom layer is not going to be seen. I just add that for additional support. So once you have sized your heart frame, I'm going to size mine to 5 inches wide. I'm going to duplicate the image because I want to interchange the love and the you with the second to top layer of 2 additional Papel Picado banners. So I'm ungrouping, removing the second to top layer, and then I'm adding and moving the love onto that project, and then just adding the top layer back. So I delete the second layer, add you, and then go ahead and add the top layer back. This is going to give me 3 banners, and this will be used to create my Valentine's Day Love You banner, okay? Once you have those sized and set to how you would like them, send it to your Cricut, and you're going to get them cut, and it's going to look like this. Now, once you have your layers cut out, again, each stack has 6 layers. You have a solid layer, or in my case, I added a patterned sheet. You have a second solid piece, and then you have 4 cut layers. Okay, now the materials you're going to need to put this together, I am using my Barely Arts Precision craft glue, and I'm using these foam strips from scrapbook.com. They are the same ones that we used in our previous Papel Picado assembly frames that I did for Dia de los Muertos. I'll be sure to put the details down in the caption. So first thing, our first 2 layers are just simply going to be glued together. Again, I'm using a red polka dot pattern just so that way the back isn't just straight black, and I'm gluing the second layer right on top. You don't want to flood your pieces too much with the Barely Arts glue. It does dry pretty quick, but use thin layers. Now the second layer, I'm going to go ahead and add my thin foam strips. And you want to add the foam strips to wherever there's space that isn't cut out. Now, all of the pieces that are to the right of my arm, on the right, those are actually placed upside down. So that way I know that when I move it over to start working on it, the back is already face up to me. So that way I don't get confused on how they should be placed. And I'm also using textured cardstock. So of course the textured side is going to be on the upside. So again, you're just going to continue using your foam strips to assemble all of your layers. Again, fit it to where any open space or uncut space is visible. I kind of feel like I overdo it on the strips, but it just makes me feel more comfortable in doing that. So I'm just trying to fit it in wherever there is, blank space. And you're just going to continue this process and you'll add. Now, the final 2 top layers, which in this case are the pink and red, those are going to be glued together. So I am going to take the back side of my red, apply my Barely Arts Precision Craft Glue, and I'm going to attach that to the second layer, which is in pink. I'm doing this so that way you're not trying to glue the red on top of the pink when it's already in place. This just makes the process easier. Once the top layer and the second to top layer are glued together, you'll add your strips to the pink side. Sorry guys, I'm getting over a cold or whatever I've had over the past couple days, so you may hear me sniffling. And then you're going to add your strips to the back of the pink side, and then these two pieces will then be attached to your existing layered project. And it gives nice dimension. It's not too tall or thick, but you can see the details within the previous layers. Now, when you're ready to add a photo, all of these hearts were cut out whenever you send it to your Cricut. So you're going to make sure you take one of these hearts, you trace it around whatever photo you want, cut the photo out, and then you're going to squeeze that photo right into the heart. And that's how you're going to attach your photo. Okay. Now, next we're getting into the pieces that have the love and the U. So no photos will be added into these projects. Into these layers, but you do want to make sure you glue the first and second top layers together. So in this case, we replaced the second layer with the love, and then it's going to be the same for the U. And then you're also going to glue the bottom and second to bottom layers together, okay? Using that Barely Arts Precision Craft Glue. And then at this point, you're going to go ahead and continue with your foam strips and adding them to build your layered SVG. I'm sorry, not layered. I don't need to say SVG. Your layered Valentine's Day Papel Picados. And you're just going to continue this until all of them are complete. Now, because the love and the U are only one layer, so they may feel a little thin, what I ended up doing is I ended up adding a few layers of the foam strips to the downstroke of the letter V, so that way it doesn't sink. I don't want the words to sink over time because there's nothing underneath holding it up since they are layered. So wherever you feel you need to add some foam strips to the letters themselves, do that before you do all the layers together, because I did it after and it was a little bit of a struggle. So you'll see that in just a moment, but I'm going to go ahead and speed up this process so we can get to the end. And as you can see here, I'm adding foam to the down stroke of the letter V, just so that way, again, the word doesn't sink since there's nothing supporting it. It's just kind of floating. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the U Papel Picado, again, attaching the top and second to top layer together, attaching the bottom and second to bottom layer together, and then all the rest should be attached with the foam strips. All right, and as you can see here, I'm actually layering some of the foam strips on top of each other just to give some dimension to the letters, so that way they reach the back base color in pink. So I'm adding it only to the downstroke of the Y and the U, so that way they don't again sink in. And there you have it, your Valentine's Day Papel Picado frames. Now be sure to check out my assembly process for your Valentine's Day banner. It is posted here on my YouTube channel. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.